Get on the train before it leaves the station. The truth train is coming, gonna run them down, run them down.
Hello there, everybody. How you doing? Okay, we're here today to talk a little bit about the upcoming, next event for the Banner Tour. That's where we take the banner and we go around to some iconic spots with some supporters, and we take pictures with it, and and everything. Try to create some more awareness for Steven and Brendan, of course, and that sort of thing while we're doing it. So we got one planned coming up here for leap year, February 29th, for those that are interested. So this is going to be an interesting one. Obviously we didn't get to hit downtown Disney last time, so we're looking to do downtown Disney this time, probably maybe the beginning of the day. We aren't actually decided on the rest of the day yet, because we're going to be asking our special guest what they would like to do and what most they would like to do. So you're gonna see what I mean by that. Those of you who were watching Mr. Capaldi's live last night, by the time you're seeing this upload, it would be two nights previous. But if you saw that, you heard me kind of talk about this. So we're going to have a special guest. So it's mainly what we do is what we've been doing is originally we went out and we kind of went along the Sunset Strip. I went over to the Hollywood sign with the banner, and we had quite a few people. And then we ended up over at Universal City Walk, and that's where we ended up meeting up with Falcon. Those of you here on the channel who know who that is. We met up with him over there and stuff. We had some fun over at Universal City Walk. We were out there in front of Hard Rock Cafe with the banner and stuff. Went over by the Universal Globe and took pictures with it there. Had some people jump in with us there. A couple kids jumped in for a picture with us there. It was fun. So that's what we're hoping to do, is we will hopefully be able to engage the community. So we have basically... it's just something we had such a blast with it. And then the last time we went down to the Queen Mary, and we were having some fun with it there, hanging out at the Queen Mary. Went out for a meal afterwards. It was great. It was awesome. Got to just chat with everybody and sit. And then we ended up going over to Julie Pom Pom's later that night, where she made dinner, and we recorded a little video with me and Julie and Rhonda South, where we sat there, talking and everything. Did a little Christmas video kind of thing. So had Julie's Christmas tree in the background and everything. No, but anyway, so it's just something we do. It's a little bit of fun, hopefully to help create a little bit more awareness. I've been telling you guys the story, I've been putting the Justice Mobile magnets on my car and stuff, so when I'm coming home from work and stuff. And I actually had one guy, when we were sitting in traffic one day, he actually rolled down his passenger window and started asking me, he started out asking me, are you related to them or whatever? And I didn't understand him at first until I thought about the magnets, and I went, oh, no, I'm just a supporter and that sort of thing. I go, I have a YouTube channel. And he was asking me some questions because it was deadlock traffic. So he decided to ask some questions while we were sitting there with nothing else to do. And eventually, I said, yeah, you want to check it out, my channel. And so I always keep a couple cards in my car. I have little business cards that we had made up. And so I said, yeah, hey, man. And I grabbed a couple, and him and I just kind of inched a little bit closer so that I could reach out and he could reach through the passenger window. Handed him a couple cards. Hopefully things like the Banner Tour, things like the Justice Mobile, magnets that, more than just me got. I mean, there's several people out there that went ahead and got the Justice Mobile magnets, and those things are awesome. But it's all little things like this are how we help, or how we can kind of reach more of the community at large, people that might actually be sympathetic and everything to Steven and Brendan and everything, but they just aren't able to take an interest in it, or can't devote enough time to study it like some of us have and everything. But if we can engage those people from time to time and renew their interest in that sort of thing, and get them to touch base with the case more often, then I think that's a plus. So I think that's something to shoot for. All right, so I guess you guys are probably sitting there wondering, those of you who didn't see Paul's live the other night, you're wondering, well, who is the special guest? Well, our first special guest, he's making a special trip to Los Angeles just to come in and hang out in Los Angeles and everything. And that's the Hod himself, Mr. Mark Hodnott. So he's going to be coming here. You know, Mark Hodnott, he's from Australia. Those of you who know, Mr. Capaldi, Stacy Seabrook, and I all flew down to Australia and went and hung out with Mark, and we did a lot of great things. We got to go see 2 shows with Knight Rider Drizzen and David Rudolph. Very brilliant shows. We got to hear them saying a lot of, you know, very interesting and brilliant things. I got to hear David Rudolph finally expand on the owl theory, which is something I'd been waiting for a long time, because there was a certain aspect of it that I struggled with, but he was able to explain that pretty well, which was interesting. But so we were down there in Australia. You know, Mark is just a, you know, awesome guy. He showed us all around. We had just a blast down there in Australia. We even flew down to Melbourne for the second show to catch the show in Melbourne. And we got to go to Marvel Stadium and watched an Australian rules football match. Just, you know, it was a lot of fun down there. And so now he's going to be coming over here. So obviously it's going to be great. And so that's our first special guest, right? Now, for those of you who are somewhere near Southern California, but just cannot make it all the way to Wisconsin, you might be interested in trying to make your way to Southern California on February 29th. Because on February 29th, we are going to have also here for this particular banner tour event, we're going to have Sandy Greenman. And those of you who know who that is. She was in the first documentary. She's been a supporter of Stevens from very early on. She remains one of Stevens' biggest supporters, without a doubt, and she will be here as well. And Sandy is just a awesome person, very lovable person, very kind person, but also a heart of a lion when it comes to, you know, fighting, you know, what she sees as corruption and injustice. So we love Sandy. It's going to be great to see her here and have her here. And part of why we haven't planned the second half of the day yet is because we want to make sure the second half of the day is going and doing and seeing some things and taking the banner to some places that Sandy really wants to see while she's here in Southern California, so that she can see and do some of the things that she really wants to see and do while she's here. Because we love Sandy, she's great, and this is going to be awesome. So if you have the ability, if you're somewhere in the area of Southern California for leap year, for February 29th, you might want to make your way over and make an appearance and meet up with us at one of the various stops, or maybe even join us for the entire day. So that's something you guys might think about. I obviously will be making another video soon, within the next week or two, when I get together and talk with Mark and Sandy and Julie and Rhonda, so that we can all together kind of figure out what we want to do, how we want to do, and also to find out what Sandy wants to do, because that's going to be a big part of what we're going to do. So that's coming. So, you know, don't panic that I haven't told you anything super concrete yet, other than the date. It's coming, so within the next week or two. So, you know, look, it's at the end of February. We're not even halfway through January yet. So, you know, another week or two, and we'll get things kind of more pinned down and planned out, so everybody will know where to meet us, where we'll be, approximately when, and those sort of things, you know, in terms of details. So, okay, I just wanted to go ahead and do this video and go ahead and let everybody know what's going on, and kind of give you a heads up, so people that might want to come and see Sandy, because, you know, you might find it easier to get here to Southern California than you do to find maybe to get it to Wisconsin. If you want to come and see Sandy and everything, well, come on down, be part of our banner tour. And like I said, we'll have a lot of fun, and we'll go out for a big meal afterwards, and, you know, hey, we'll have some fun with it. So anyways, okay, be looking out in the next couple weeks for the video where I give you all of the details and everything. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and we'll see ya.